students, we are studying unit solution, in which next point is vapor pressure of solutions of liquids in liquids. So first, consider a binary solution of two volatile liquids, capital A1 and capital A2. When the solution is placed in a closed container, both the liquid vaporizes. Eventually, an equilibrium is established between vapor and liquid. Both the phases, both the components are present in the vapor phase. The partial pressure of the components are related to their mole fractions in the solution. The relationship of these is given by Raoult's law. Here, Raoult's law is explained, which shows a binary solution of two volatile liquids A1 and A2 are kept in a closed container, and as the solutions are volatile, both the liquids vaporizes, and after some time equilibrium is established between the vapor and liquid phases, and both the components are present in vapor phase. The partial pressure of the components are related to their mole fractions in the solution, and this is given by the Raoult's law. Now, what is meant by Raoult's law? The law states that partial vapor pressure of any volatile component of a solution is equal to the vapor pressure of the pure component multiplied by its mole fraction in the solution. Means partial vapor pressure of any component is nothing but equal to the vapor pressure of the pure component multiplied by its mole fraction. So suppose for a binary solution of two volatile liquids A1 and A2, and P1 and P2 are their partial vapor pressures. Two liquids are A1 and A2, and X1 and X2 are their mole fractions in solution. Now, according to Raoult's law, which states that the partial vapor pressure of any volatile liquid is equal to the vapor pressure of pure component multiplied by its mole fraction. Here P1 is equal to X1 P01 and P2 equal to X2 P02. Now here P01 and P02 are the vapor pressure of pure liquids capital A1 and capital A2. Okay. X1 and X2 are the mole fractions, and P1 and P2 are the partial vapor pressures. Okay. Now P01 and P02 are vapor pressures of pure liquid A1 and A2. X1 and X2 are the mole fractions, and P1 and P2 are the partial vapor pressure. Now, according to Dalton's law of partial pressure, the total pressure capital P above solution is capital P equal to P1 plus P2. Now here capital P is equal to P1 plus P2. So we can write here from equation 1, we can write here capital P is equal to P1 plus P2. Now from equation 1 we can write P1 equal to P01 x1, that is P01 x1 plus P02 x2. We can call this as equation number 2. Since x1 is equal to 1 minus x2, and put this value in equation 1, then we can get next equation, that is capital P is equal to P01, putting the value of x1 is 1 minus x2 plus P02 x2. Now by multiplying P01 to the bracket, we get P01 minus P01 x2 plus P02 x2. Okay. Now we can take x2 as in common. So the equation become capital P is equal to P02 minus P01 x2, that is common, plus P01. Because P01 and P02 are constants, a plot of P versus x2 is a straight line as shown in the figure. Okay. The figure also shown that the plots of P1 versus x1 and P2 versus x2 according to equation 1, the straight line is passing through origin. This is the figure. Here on x-axis mole fraction, on y-axis vapor pressure. This is the ideal solution. A1 and A2 are the liquids kept in a closed container. So here P01 and P02 are constant, and a plot of capital P versus x2. Capital P versus x2 is a straight line. A figure also shows that P1 versus x1 and P2 versus x2 according to the equation number 1, the straight line passing through origin means this behaves as a ideal gas equation. Now three possibilities are there for P01 versus x2 straight line. Capital P is equal to P01, x2 is 0 and capital P equal to P02, x2 is 1. This is the one possibility. Second possibility for P1 versus x1. For this, P1 equal to 0. P1 equal to 0 and x1 equal to 0. x1 is also 0. For P1 equal to P01, then x1 equal to 1. Okay. And for third possibility, that is for P2 versus x2, where P2 is 0, x2 is 0 and P2 equal to P02, then x1 equal to x2 equal to 1. So these are the three possibilities for a straight line equation. Okay. Now composition of vapor phase. The composition of vapor phase in equilibrium with the solution can be determined by Dalton's law of partial pressure, in which if we take Y1 and Y2 as the mole fractions of two components in the vapors, then P1 equal to Y1P, P2 equal to Y2P, where P1 and P2 are the partial pressures of two components and P is the total vapor pressure. The next point of this unit is ideal and non-ideal solution, in which first is ideal solution. The characteristics of ideal solution, in which first characteristic is ideal solution obey Raoult's law over entire range of concentration. Second is no heat is evolved or absorbed when two components forming an ideal solution are mixed. Means the delta H, that is heat change or enthalpy change, is 0. Third is there is no volume change when two components forming an ideal solution are mixed. Okay. So the mixture in which volume does not change, that is del V equal to 0. Del V means change in the volume. Next is an ideal solution. In an ideal solution, solvent-solute, solute-solute and solvent-solvent molecular interactions are comparable. Okay? And the fifth characteristic is the vapor pressure of ideal solution always lies between the vapor pressure of two components. So this is about the characteristics of ideal solution. Now second is characteristics of non-ideal solution, in which the solution do not obey Raoult's law over the entire range of concentration. Second characteristic is the vapor pressure of these solutions can be higher or lower than those of the pure components. And third is it exhibit two deviations from Raoult's law, maybe positive deviation and negative deviation. The positive deviation seen in ethanol and acetone system, and the negative deviation is seen in phenol and aniline system or chloroform and acetone. They exhibit negative deviations from the Raoult's law.